Hello, why risk it all on waters that can be washed away with a single wave? The ocean is a brutal force containing treasures that require skill and courage to harvest. From the icy Bering Sea to the rugged coast of Australia, fishermen use high-tech equipment to hunt for the seafood on our dinner tables. Their true story is a dramatic battle with nature, where every catch is difficult and every trip a test of survival. Immerse yourself in the harsh world of modern fishing. Is that crab or tuna worth the life it costs? In the nutrient-rich estuaries from Alaska's Aleutian Islands to California's Point Conception, Dungeness crabs thrive on muddy ocean floors. As late fall signals the start of the season, fishermen venture into the Pacific's churning waters, their boats heavy with 100-pound steel traps. Baited with squid or fish scraps, these traps plunge to depths of 50 to 250 feet, marked by buoys that bob like sentinels in the relentless surf. Pulling up the traps is brutal work. Crews sort the Dungeness crabs on decks slick with seawater, working fast to beat the cold and waves. The catch is stored in seawater tanks, kept alive for up to 2 weeks to ensure fresh, high-quality meat. In 2023, fishermen landed a record 110 million pounds through sheer persistence. But challenges loom. By 2024, harvest dropped to 78 million pounds, hit by ocean acidification that disrupts crab feeding grounds. The invasive European green crab, competing for resources and preying on young Dungeness, cost the industry $20 million, 0 cents yearly. Washington's efforts to remove 450,000 green crabs from 2021 to 2023 show resolve. But the struggle to protect this fishery continues. At sea, you can't avoid it. In November 2024, Tillamook captain Mike Jensen lost a $10,000 0-cents trapline when a sudden gust of wind broke the buoy. You have to check the weather twice, your gear 3 times, or the sea will wash it all away, he said, his crew working 14 hours to salvage what was left. In the harsh Bering Sea winter, the snow crab fishery is a $1 billion 0-cents livelihood for Alaska and Norway, supplying 24 million pounds of frozen crab to the global market. Fishermen prepare for months, outfitting their boats with reinforced hulls and thermal equipment to withstand -30 DHEF storms that can freeze the gear. The traps, baited with cods, are dropped to depths of 200 feet, but blizzards can tear the buoys. On board, crews work in the cold, hauling traps and sorting crabs on the icy decks. At the processing plants, the crabs are cleaned, boiled for 15 minutes and frozen in 0DF brine, then glazed for export. The high wages come with dangers, and it's a safe bet to consider before you venture into the profession. For fishermen, a good catch means stability for their families. A bad one can mean bankruptcy. In the Alaskan king crab fishery, captains obsessively study weather patterns, knowing that one misjudged storm, like the 2021 tragedy that sank the F/V Arctic Rose, compromising the safety of 5 people, could mean the end of it all. Crews drop traps 500 feet deep, baited with pollock, and return days later to drag them through windy seas. Sorting crabs on deck, they avoid broken ropes that can break bones.
Just like a stock car race team.
The job is 75 times more dangerous than average, with 20-hour shifts leaving crew members exhausted. Laws should be in place to limit the number of hours worked per shift and week and ensure adequate rest between shifts. Commercial fishing consumes 30 times more crab than the average traditional fishery. Climate change alters their migration patterns, invasive species ravages ecosystems, and trade wars choke markets. Yet fishermen return to the sea, hoping for a catch that could change their lives. From the precision of Mediterranean nets to Russian ice traps, modern technology has matched the human will to continue on a never-ending journey. Australia's ecosystems are facing existential threats from three invasive species: the European rabbit, the red fox and the feral cat, whose successive ravages have already driven more than 28 mammal species to extinction and threaten hundreds more. Now, as biodiversity loss accelerates due to drought and bushfires, the government is implementing an evidence-based response plan that prioritises hunting, trapping and biological control, supported by $224 million, 0 cents, in community-led federal funding. The strategy aims to reduce populations to save the bilby and the quoll. Controlling the European rabbit is a top priority in dealing with the crisis. Introduced in 1859, the European rabbit is a key invasive species affecting over 300 threatened species by depleting vegetation, causing soil erosion, and providing abundant prey for predators. Control them first to reduce the fox and cat populations. Night hunting with thermal scopes combined with rabbit scan for real-time mapping to reduce populations. To stop the breeding cycle with different regional targets depending on the ecosystem. Indigenous and community-led population hunts in rural areas, especially in burnt areas where rabbits take advantage of vegetation regeneration. When researching this species, I first heard of biological control in addition to hunting. The K5 strain of rabbit hemorrhagic virus, RHDV, targeting resistant populations in wet areas, is deployed through baiting to counter adaptation. Mechanical methods include burrowing, fumigation, and blasting to prevent reintroduction, with Victorian pest management guidelines requiring these to be used in conjunction with 1080 poison streaks to be effective. Exclusion fencing creates rabbit-free sanctuaries, although the high cost limits its scale. Trials in South Australia have shown up to a 50% reduction in predator numbers as rabbit numbers decline. As rabbit numbers have declined through control, fox numbers have followed suit. Headlight hunting, incentivised by bounties in Victoria, knocked down hundreds of animals per operation, supported by Indigenous trackers to ensure accuracy. The National Feral Cat and Fox Management Program coordinates cross-border efforts, ensuring humane and effective knockdowning practices. Hunters on large-scale missions like this cannot afford to forget about safety gear. Wear gloves, coveralls, masks, and chemical-resistant goggles to handle the 1080 bait and Felixer trap safely. Pre-operation health checks and post-exposure monitoring help prevent the risk of toxic exposure. Inexperienced hunters should participate in supervised culling, complete firearms training, and use support systems to navigate remote terrain, ensuring safety while combating ecological threats.
Got him!
Australia's campaign to combat the invasive red fox uses innovative control methods, including soft jaw alternative traps designed to humanely capture and automatically target foxes in remote areas. .1080 poison baits, designed to minimise non-target impacts in Western Australia, are deployed strategically, with trials showing significant reductions in fox densities in arid regions when combined with rabbit control. Which species in Australia occupies 99% of the territory, knocking down 1 of 5 billion vertebrates each year, and has caused 28 mammal extinctions targeting important species such as the quoll? Hunting on the ground, at waterholes using acoustic baits and soft traps, ensuring humane capture, with Queensland considering bounties.
John, get. Edge of the field.
Feral Cat Task Force emphasises hunts near urban areas to prevent pet abandonment, combined with community efforts. Why does the order of invasive species matter so much, and what happens if we break that chain? Rabbits play a role in triggering the crisis that feeds fox and cat populations. Foxes compound the damage by turning to native prey when rabbit numbers decline, while cats, highly adaptable predators, put pressure on smaller species as the bottom of the food chain weakens. This is also the final straw, with an estimated economic loss of $186,240,000,000 0 cents between 1960 and 2020. Welcome to the Atchafalaya River Basin, America's largest swamp, stretching nearly 1 million acres deep in southern Louisiana. This wild, untamed waterworld of winding bayous and thick mangroves is home to fierce river monsters, the mighty bull sharks that swim upriver from the Gulf of Mexico, turning this place into a hot spot for thrill-seeking anglers. Today, we're diving headfirst into an adrenaline-packed shark fishing adventure near Morgan City. We'll explore the gear that makes the catch possible, the unique river environment shaping these predators, and the hot debate around the damage these sharks bring to local fisheries. Plus, we'll set up camp at a remote spot near Indian Bayou Loop Trail for the ultimate catch and cook experience. Tell us, would you dare fish for bull sharks here? Vote now in the community tab. Bull sharks can tip the scales at over 400 pounds, and catching one takes serious muscle and gear. We rely on heavy-duty Penn Spin Fisher VI rods, rated for 50 to 80 pounds. Braided lines rated 80 to 100 pounds, and circle hooks sized 8 to 10 to withstand their brutal pull. Fresh bait, like mullet or wild hog meat, carefully cut with our trusty Victorinox 6-inch boning knife, lures them in strongly. From our motorboat, we drop bait into brackish water 10 to 15 feet deep near the Atchafalaya's mouth, using sinker floats to spot strikes. The pump and reel technique demands patience and raw strength, keeping tension on the line to avoid snaps. Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries requires permits and a 54-inch minimum size for bull sharks, making every catch official. Watch as we prep bait and reel in the monster. The Atchafalaya River is prime bull shark territory thanks to its brackish water that mixes fresh water with salt water from the Gulf, ranging from 0.5 to 30 pg salinity. This unique environment lets bull sharks move effortlessly between fresh and saltwater zones. These apex predators hunt fish, crabs, and even small alligators that share the bayous. Flood events like the opening of the Morganza spillway in 2019 change the salinity and bring more sharks upriver. But farming and fishing pressures reduce natural prey, pushing sharks to attack fishing nets and small boats. Responsible shark fishing helps keep their numbers balanced and supports local fisheries, but overfishing could upset this delicate food chain. Check out the hidden brackish water zones where sharks lurk and the bite marks they leave behind, pure proof of their power. Bull sharks have become controversial here. Their bite force can reach 8,500 psi, tearing through commercial fishing nets and gobbling catfish and other valuable species, causing millions in losses to Louisiana fishermen annually, according to NOAA Fisheries. Near Morgan City, attacks on small boats have raised safety alarms. While many locals support controlled shark fishing to protect their livelihoods, conservationists warn that bull sharks are crucial for wetland ecosystem health. Unregulated hunting risks depleting populations and throwing the ecosystem out of balance. What's the right call? Share your thoughts on how we can protect fishermen without losing these river giants. After a tough day battling the river monsters, it's time to savour the rewards. We prepare a Cajun-style grilled bull shark feast using fillets soaked in brine for 2 to 3 hours to tame the fishy smell. A tip from LDWF. Seasoned with spicy Cajun rub paprika, garlic, black pepper, and cooked over an open fire at our riverside camp, the meat's firm texture and bold flavors make for a unique Louisiana trip. Watch us break down the catch with our knives and sear the fillets in cast iron pans. A perfect catch and cook moment you don't want to miss. Got your shark recipe? Drop it in the comments. Fishing bull sharks on the Atchafalaya River is an adrenaline rush and a vital way to control a challenging species. Plus, it rewards with unforgettable Cajun flavors. Head over to the community tab to vote. What's the most essential tool for bull shark fishing, rod, bait, or knife? Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and share this adventure with fellow thrill seekers. See you on the next river monster hunt.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.